What is a very bad statistic people should know?
70% of former foster care youth arrested at least once before age 26. Sad face.
If you go in cardiac arrest outside the hospital, even with first responders nearby, your chances of getting out of the hospital alive is less than 10%.
Despite all the fear-mongering about serial killers and unknown attackers coming out of the dark, if you were to become a murder victim, it is very likely that you knew the murderer.
Is something people who are bad with statistics should know acceptable too. Percent increase or decrease means nothing without the baseline. They don't add up either. A 10% increase of a 4% chance to get cancer means it's now 4.4% chance to get that cancer, not 14. And next fold increase of something is useless without the baseline too. 3 times more likely to get a cancer that usually occurs in 4% of the population gets you to 12%. But a 3x increase of something that happens 0.4% of the time is 2%. Not that spectacular in effect. For the individual neither matters. If you get it, it sucks.
1 in 4 known pregnancies end in loss. That's 25%, folks.
The Pine Ridge Indian Reservation has 80% unemployment, 50% living below the poverty line. A life expectancy of 50 years, shortest in the Western Hemisphere. Infant mortality rate 5 times the nation. L average, suicide rate 4 times the national average. 85% of families are affected by alcoholism. 25% of newborns are diagnosed with fetal alcohol syndrome. And school dropout rate is 70%. This is in the middle of the United States.
Approximately 42% of Americans are deficient in vitamin D according to the NIH. Sick all the time. Vitamin D boosts immunity, hair falling out. Vitamin D helps stimulate new hair follicles. Are you a woman nearing menopause? Your bones need calcium and your body absorbs it poorly if you're deficient in vitamin D. Basically, we need the D.
Depressed people are much more accurate when it comes to self-assessment, which is depressing.
If a partner strangles you, the odds they will murder you within the next year increases by 750%. Also, the leading cause of death for pregnant women is homicide. Edit to add, Google is free if the statistics interest you. The main takeaway is, if someone strangles you, they don't give a if. You breathe. Consider that and leave when possible.
Working out in any capacity decreases your likelihood of death from cardiovascular disease, dementia, and cancer by 14% on average. This compounds over time. Really insane when you think about how important physical activity is to human function.
27,000 people died every day during WWII on average.
An estimated 9 million plus tons of plastic waste end up in the ocean each year.